You're watching The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You just finished the last episode of your favorite news show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Hi, I'm Stan Konopka. I write the series The Rejected from Coastline Press. You're watching The Experience.
Hey, happy Wednesday.
What's up?
What's up, Alex? So, hello to Kenneth Bird, Preston in the house, John Spilio, CJ Design, Lars Man. Happy Festivus.
Yeah, what's up, everybody?
Easy Go Lucky, Cool Gamer in the house, Marcus, Kenneth. Oh, I already said Kenneth Bird, didn't I? And Jeff Wedding. Jeff Wedding, the man who gave us, you weren't on the show. Jeff sent us a gift. He packed 2 cans of Spam, but they are special. It is the limited edition figgy pudding, which I said I was going to take home, but I forgot on Monday. But I am taking a can home. I'm going to pop this bad boy open. I've never had the Spam limited edition figgy pudding, so I will give a report next week on how it tasted. But it's Spam, so it's going to be great.
It sounds disgusting, though.
Stop it.
It does. It does.
Have you truly tried it?
No.
Okay, then you can't say it. So John may or may not be here. So John wasn't feeling well. Actually, something's come down the whole office. So I have a tissue box here with the trash can next to me. Ain't packing up a lung out there. Our guys in operations in the warehouse, they're sneezing and sniffling and blowing their nose. So I don't know what's going on. Something's going around. Cool. Thank you, John Spilios. Unnecessary but greatly appreciated. Jeff Wedding. So you tried it, Jeff. Clearly by what you just posted. Flavor not quite what I expected. Tastes much better than death though. Okay. Well, there's a resounding endorsement. So the limited edition figgy pudding tastes better than death, according to Jeff Wedding.
Well, that's also good.
Right, so now I'm going to take.
I forgot to tell you, I finally had White Castle. I told you every time you bring it up, I'm always like, it's so disgusting. Well, I haven't had it in probably like 10 years. I had it.
Okay.
I had it recently. It is way worse than I thought it was. It is disgusting.
What? That's
I don't know.
JD.
I don't know if it's supposed
cut Alec off, man. Take him on. Don't be coming on this show cracking on White Castle, man.
Now, I don't know if it's supposed to have like that spicy zing taste to it, but I was like, oh my God. See, I'm not an onion fan either, but I was like, you know what? I'm going to eat this. Even with the onions, I'm going to eat it exactly how it's supposed to come. It was god-awful. God-awful. I'll go back to McDonald's before I go back to White Castle, and I don't like McDonald's either.
I don't know if we can hang anymore, Alec, dude. I'm serious, man. There's got to be a threshold here, and that may be my threshold. So
Now I'll do
You
spam
were
before
not
that.
here on Monday. Well, you were not here on Monday, so I have to explain some of these things showing up in the chats, right? So Mariano was hanging out and was
Cool.
working on some sketch covers for us, and he told a story about William Shatner. Long story short, Space's death was a quote from William Shatner after he had returned from space, right? For whatever reason, you know how this show goes, that took off to the point where Kyle has actually created Space's death t-shirts and apparel. Okay, there it is. I checked it out. He sent me the link earlier today, and I went out. I was cracking up, dude. Space is death. So that's why you have, I forget who asked it, but if spam tastes better than death, or spam tastes better than death, then
all right,
space.
Hold on. I at least know who William
spam
Shatner
tastes better
is.
than space. Marcus, leave him alone. Come on now.
We
got to get halfway through the show. All right, so Jeff's got to go to a staff meeting. Boo. No fun. Kyle's in the stream. Kyle.
Can we all just get behind the fact that I did it in Star Wars font too?
Yes. Yes.
I mean,
if you didn't notice, in Star Wars
Trek guy in Star Wars font. That's a little joke just for me. I don't care if no one else likes it. It makes me happy.
Oh yeah, because William Shatner, he starred in Star Wars, right? He was the head guy, right?
Right. He was the gold robot.
Now you just being a jerk.
Yeah, that one. All right, I couldn't get that one past you guys. Even you know that I know Star Wars at the minimum. Some Star Wars.
Ooh, Doctor Who needs a pick of a Dalek. Yeah, that probably would work. And we're wrong, buddy.
And I made the fitted hat just for Robbie.
There you go.
There's a fitted hat in there. By the way, the coffee mug looks absolutely great. Like that's
that may be something I get because coffee mugs last longer than like sweatshirts and t-shirts. I have coffee mugs that's probably like 20 some odd years old.
I got my first shipment of EXP merch today. Like it's good stuff. Like they're legit like flex fit hats. They're not some knockoff, fake half brand or whatever. Like,
oh, nice.
Fruit of the Loom t-shirts. Like they're good.
Right.
So if you go over there, we get a nice little slice of it.
I don't do white baseball.
I don't either, but I only made the logo in black.
I don't do white baseball caps.
I got the Experience logo on a black hat.
Oh.
I'm going to have to remake my own t-shirt.
Yeah. I don't do white hats because the sweat stains show up too quick.
Oh, that they do. Like this one, I got an Eagles one just like this.
So I am a no white baseball cap sort of dude.
Yeah.
This one will never leave.
I won't even buy Kate. What's that?
This one will never leave the office. It'll only go on when I'm going on the air. Like it'll be very specific.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. I won't. But I won't even buy a baseball cap where the outside may be a different color, but the inside brim is white. Because then again, the sweat stains show up too fast.
That's a nice fitted hat though. Not gonna lie.
That is a nice fitted hat.
That looks pretty. It looks pretty nice.
Red go up tonight.
All right, there you go. Now Kyle was tweaking the design, so just keep that in mind. But all right, so
all right, let's jump into the Rex cap.
All right, we can't jump into Rex cap. I haven't thrown anything out there yet. All right, let's do the best offers first. All right, so first up, we've got Mr. and Mrs. X #1, signed by Terry and Rachel Dotson. Suggested retail of $49.99. It is #2 of only 40 signed. And it is our first best offer book starting at $19.63. All right. And thanks, John Spilios. All right, then we have Dark Knights Death Metal Justice League #53, signed in silver by Liam Sharp. And my notes say that Liam is moving to the UK. Well, that's going to make getting autographs a little tougher. That's for sure, unless you happen to live in the UK. Suggested retail is $69.99. It is #14 of only 53 signed in silver. And it is a best offer book starting at $19.60. Potential
Hello.
spam. All right. So that is our second best offer book of the night. All right. So then, then we have a mystery mega pack. It includes a CGC 9.8, a signed book in gold lettering, and then a exclusive variant cover. All right. Yeah. I named my son Potential Spam, CJ. All right. So it is has a retail value of $209.97. It is a best offer starting at $100. All right. So those are our three best offer books of the night. And I also want to mention this. We had this on Monday, but I'm throwing it out there again. We have the George Perez worn Christmas shirts from his widow, Carol Flynn Perez. She has her name and logo stitched in. And just so everybody's aware, most of the proceeds from the sale of these shirts will be going directly to Carol Flynn Perez. Just kind of help her out, obviously, with any costs and maybe just make things a little bit easier in this very trying time for her, I'm sure. Preston 150. All right. So then, and we have 3 available, and they are $675 each. And again, the vast majority of the proceeds will be going to his widow, Carol Flynn Perez. So, it's not for everybody, but if you got some disposable income and you can help out, it'd be awesome. She could definitely use it. It might be Jeff Wedding calling if your phone says spam risk. It might be, but he's got a staff meeting and stuff. Oh,
What's
man.
100 or 150 on the mystery pack?
It is 150, I believe. It is, yes.
Hey, Kenneth. Hey, everybody.
All right.
Everybody hit that thumbs up yet?
Nick, why don't you slide over a little bit so that you're not like your arm's not hanging in the shell?
My arm's less scary than my face.
Yeah, but just looks odd, man.
JD, did you get the Bob Layton thing? There we go. Check it out, guys. Over $10,000 raised for cancer research.
That is incredible.
Plus, I think we raised $5,000 on the shirts and the donations to Carol Flynn. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, whatever you guys can do to help. I'll get on my soapbox later about how unfair all of this is. A creator like George Perez, I mean, there should be a pension, something. I mean, the fact that so many creators have passed away this year and they're left in this kind of situation is just, there's something essentially wrong. Something's broken, that's for sure.
Well, what I want to show is now that, we're always trying to help. I cannot sell any of this stuff tonight. I know there may be 1 or 2 people who would like this tonight, but we sent out a press release, so this is going to be Friday. These items that sell on Friday, if they sell, whatever sells, some of these will be at fixed prices, some of these will be best offers. All the money will go to Fat Jack's Comic Crypt. That's awesome, Marcus. Thank you. So and Marcus, of all people, knows how much I love Aparo. I've got these pages from Brave and the Bold. I'm not that good at this. I need Amy to help me. These pages from Brave and the Bold 135 that we'll be offering on Friday. And if they sell, whatever pages sell, the money's going to go straight to Fat Jack's. Be awesome if we broke 10,000 on this as well. So this is from my personal collection. Then we have a few Dynamite covers. The money will go to Fat Jack's. Again, yes, I will not rip them in half like I did before. Now, again, I know that maybe there'll be some people interested. You got to wait till Friday. This one I just bought. So I'm going to donate whatever goes for above what I paid for it to Fat Jack's. I cannot donate all this money to Fat Jack's. And then Jay Lee did this Captain America commission for Fat Jack's that'll be available on Friday. and this Punisher Wolverine commission that'll be available on Friday. So just wanted to throw that out there to you guys. There's also the GoFundMe if anybody wants to donate now. So always trying to help anybody. So if anybody ever has anybody who needs help, just let us know. We're here to support everybody that we can.
So there you go. So that will be on Friday?
Friday at 7.
Got it.
Only on the Experience.
So it's Bob Barker voice. And John Spilios, I know you're in the house, buddy. So there you go, bud. I know you are all things Punisher. So that is 7 p.m. Eastern on the Experience. Nick will be here for his original art show. And all the items you just saw will be available.
This was really generous of Jay for this Captain America and this.
That's
Punisher
incredible.
report. So I may buy my own Christmas this Friday. Oh, that's right. Lars Man, Spider-Man. This is freaking awesome.
Oh, that is so cool. Man, artwork is awesome. If I had the money, that's what I would collect. That would be my go-to.
It's a very, very addictive hobby only because everything is one of a kind.
Yep.
There is no, let me get a different one. By the way, JD, thank you. Just put up the GoFundMe information. So if you have the money, obviously if you don't worry about it. But if you can, and you can spread it through your social media, it'll be really appreciated, everybody. It'll be a fun Friday. I'll be crying when my apparel sells. The apparel I've had for a long time, so maybe not cry as much on this apparel. Plus, I have a bunch more apparel. I'll be crying if the Spider-Man sells, but it is what it is. This one is affordable, AR. Nick will give you a discount.
Man, whatever that discount is, it's still going to be too high. That piece is too nice.
All right, guys. Have a great show.
All right, so we're Rubenstein becoming a very quick original art collector there. Just started this year, and he's already got 16 pages so far. Very cool, man.
That's
very cool. All right, so we know Lars Man's in the house. So I actually put quite a bit of Spider-Man items on tonight's show. All right, so first up, we have Amazing Spider-Man #1, Legacy number 802, signed by Ryan Otley.
I like Otley's artwork.
I do too. It is number 14 of 130 signed, and we have the one available for $39.99.
I think his artwork works well with this Spider-Man series. I know he's done some other stuff. And I'm pretty positive he did Invincible too. But his artwork looks really nice on the Hulk series right now, but I just don't think it works for the Hulk series. I don't think the story that Cates is telling works with Otley's artwork, but the artwork is probably the only reason I'm still reading the series. All
right, so I got you, Lars Man. So you've got it, buddy. And give Lars Man his mystery pack. All right, I will give everybody a hint. So the mystery pack tonight is, I don't want to give too much away, but all right, I'm going to say it's Star Wars oriented.
Hey, real quick, Lars Man, good claim on the Spidey for another reason. Otley just announced that he's going to be doing only creator-owned comics moving forward once he's done with the Hulk. So there's not going to be much Marvel work in the near future by him. So great claim, man. Congratulations.
Man, that's a shame, though. Otley's so good.
I agree. But you know what? If it makes him happy, that's a good thing.
That is, you definitely need to go off and, do your own things. I don't know how obviously working with Marvel is, but if he feels as though he could get better exposure or get his stuff out a little bit more of the way he wants it to be. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. I mean, he's got the talent. Absolutely.
No, exactly. All right. So the mystery pack is Star Wars related, and it is a best offer item. You know what? I'm going to go right off and do this. Okay. And Nick may come walking in here, but whatever. I'll tell you what, we were going to do it best offer starting at 150. Let's do best offer starting at 125. All right. So there we go. All right. I've been reading about the DC universe. So that's I give him credit. James Gunn's making changes left and right real fast.
You saw I
Uh,
texted you. I texted you literally right after the
did.
show. You saw
You
what
did,
happened.
yeah. I mean, literally after I got home, I look at that thing and he made the announcement. So
Yeah.
yeah, it has been a week since we talked. We actually talked about it on Friday. We talked about it on Friday on Robbie's show on PCP. That's right, Marcus. So it looks like no Black Adam 2. Obviously, Henry Cavill's not coming back as Superman.
I think I saw Gal Gadot's done as well as Wonder Woman.
No Wonder Woman 3. Obviously, we knew Momoa was not going to be returning as Aquaman, although it looks like he'll end up being Lobo. And then I haven't heard anything about Ben Affleck, but I guess it's a foregone conclusion that his version of Batman is going to disappear as well. So they're making the move. So it appears to be a complete reboot, which I don't think is a bad idea.
No, they need to do it. It's just a shame that while the movies in the eyes of a lot of fans were average. So, I mean, Wonder Woman, the first one I heard was extremely good. But it's the actors and actresses that people really liked, like Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot. Everyone said The Rock did well as Black Adam. But I totally get where they're coming from, where they're like, we need to, if we were going to do a real restart, we need to truly restart. It sucks because people really like them, but I totally get it from their perspective. Just fresh slate, call it.
I'll be honest, and I am a big Dwayne Johnson fan, but I finally saw Black Adam just the other day because it's streaming now. I got to be honest. I get it. I get why people were not thrilled about it. The Rock is The Rock. Okay, no matter
I hear
what.
It's just him. I hear
What's
he's
that?
I heard it's just him. He's the reason the movie is even good, but the movie's bad.
I would agree with that. I mean, The Rock, no matter what role he plays, there is that, I don't know, call it what you will, this kind of rock presence. Okay.
Yeah, he's got similar roles.
Yeah, that's okay though. It works. It works, and it works in the movies he's cast in. I don't see him doing Shakespeare and Macbeth or anything like that, okay, in his future. But how he does it was fine. Marcus, I like the Hawkman character. I like Dr. Fate. Pierce Brosnan as Dr. Fate I thought was really good. But the script was just the storyline, the back and forth, I just didn't like it. Preston, I like Gal Gadot. I wasn't thrilled about that. I wasn't thrilled about Aquaman. I like Jason Momoa. The Henry Cavill thing, I was, whatever. He was a decent Superman, but it really didn't bother me that much. Ben Affleck, I hated his Batman.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I didn't like him either. I still didn't see the new one though.
Yeah, no, but I mean, yeah, exactly. I agree with you, JD. He was starting to age out as well. Marcus, exactly. He didn't really have a story arc for The Rock. I just the whole thing, it was the premise of the story I thought was good, but the way they handled it was just awful. Let me say, Lars, man. Okay. You thought Hawkman was a punk and I wanted Black Adam to rip his wings off.
Man, it's a shame though, because even Anthony down there said couldn't get past the first 40 minutes. I haven't seen it yet, but no one's really convincing me and giving me a reason to watch it.
I wanted to watch it. Well, let me say this. If you're a fan of The Rock and obviously the character Black Adam, it's worth watching. Okay. Now, if I had gone to the movie theater and paid for it on that level, I probably would have been very disappointed. But sitting in the comfort of my own home, watching it on TV, it wasn't so bad. But I could see what everybody was saying. You know what I mean? It wasn't one of those movies where I'm not doing anything else. I'm just watching the movie. If your movie is losing me a little bit, I'll get up and do stuff. I'll go in the kitchen and grab something, whatever. And I won't bother to hit the pause button. It's just not that, it's like, yeah, okay. Well, I'm sure I won't miss anything too important. Anthony, thanks for joining us, buddy. We appreciate it, man.
I did that. I did that last night or 2 nights ago. It was something I was watching. I can't remember off the top of my head, but my girlfriend was like, "Oh, you want me to pause it?" And I was like, "No, it's okay. Just leave it running. I'll be back."
Exactly. All right. So Marcus, exactly. That's the best advice that we can give you. It's an okay watch now that you have HBO Max. Would we recommend that you go get HBO Max to watch this movie? Probably not. Okay. But since you already have HBO Max, is it worth just clicking on and watching it? Yeah, that I will say. It's worth it.
Man,
CJ, yeah. The statement "it doesn't suck" is not a resounding recommendation. Yeah, I guess when you cut it all through, that's pretty much what we're saying. It didn't suck, but no, I would have been disappointed walking out of a movie theater. Especially me, because we all know, the threshold for me going to a movie theater better be something unbelievable. JD liked it. I would agree. It is fast paced and on the level with most of the Rock movies, but I don't know. When I go see Fast and Furious, I'm expecting race cars. They're gonna have to steal something incredible, cars flying through the air, that kind of thing. I'm not expecting a deeper script, but you got to be kidding me. The Rock is in Kyle's top 3, or not The Rock, Black Adam.
It is.
Really?
It's one of the few superhero movies where it's a correct representation of the character as the character has always existed. They didn't try and
I've
do
got
too
a
much.
14-second delay, so I'm not sure I heard everything. But the fact that you brought up the Fast and Furious franchise, I love that franchise until one thing happened.
What?
You heard the phrase "jump the shark"?
When did they jump the shark?
When they went in outer space.
Oh, no, I thought that was hilarious.
Funny, yes.
No, that was a deliberate jumping the shark.
Yeah.
No. I mean, you looked at it and you knew. Come on,
if they would have died, I would have been cool with it.
Wait, they went to space in that?
In the last one, yes.
Oh my
that
God.
was so funny. It was a Fiero, wasn't it?
Yeah, they didn't just go to space. They went to space in a car.
Right.
Yes,
They
but it was
they pushed a pedal
Fiero.
and they turned the wheel in space as if that would move a spaceship.
Did they like
That's
turn that?
not a Fiero. I'm almost positive.
Didn't they hook up with female Russian astronauts or something? With Twinkies or something?
That part I don't remember.
So,
but I was like, this is fantastic. This is great. Okay. Ludacris and what's his face in space.
Those two are two of the funniest guys in the movies.
Dude, that was a deliberate. You can't jump the shark when it's deliberate like that.
Listen, that was incredibly it made me watch it and say, part of it was also, okay, all they're going to keep doing is pushing to more Ludacris stuff. No pun intended.
Boom.
No pun intended. And I was just like, I'm done. This is it.
I thought it was hilarious. I mean, that was
right now. Right, they brought back the one guy. I forget his name. Gal Gadot's boyfriend. They brought him back.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm waiting for them to bring Gal Gadot back from the dead.
Well, the movie before.
Now that she's not doing another Wonder Woman.
The movie before, was it before? I don't remember. Where they're somewhere in the Middle East and they jump the car between two high rises.
That one I was cool with.
How are you going to top that? You got to take a car into space. That was the only thing that was going to top that movie.
I was cool with that.
Yeah, but my point is once you've done that, how are you had to go to space to top that. Dude.
Sometimes you could just take it back and go back to basics. You can actually do that.
Yeah, justice for Han. Thank you, Marcus. I personally loved it. I love it when they went out to space. I took it for what it was worth. You're getting kind of goofy.
That was such a jumping of the shark. I was like, all right, I'm done.
I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I disagree. I thought it was hilarious.
But they really did a great job when they brought everybody together. That one Ocean's 11 moment was fantastic.
But my point is that when you watch Fast and Furious, you're not expecting anything too much deeper.
I get it.
Right?
I get it.
So that to me was the expectations I had for Black Adam were higher. Like, it's the script's going to be better. It's going to be deeper. I mean, once you've sent Ludacris and, oh God, the other actor's name, I can't remember it now. But once you send them in space in a Pontiac Fiero, okay, of course I'm not going to take anything seriously at this point. Come on.
Like the rest of the movie?
We're
Rubenstein.
You got to see the
Tokyo
others.
Drift.
Tokyo Drift, which I did enjoy, was probably one on the lower half of the percentile.
Listen. From Fast and the Furious 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, That was kind of like Planet of the Apes, the original 1960s Planet of the Apes. They got cheaper and worse cheaper.
Yeah, the last one where they were in present day.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a budget thing.
Yeah.
You can tell, we just shoot around New York City, it'll work.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And then all of a sudden, Fast 5, boom, they reset and made it great again.
They did. Tyrese Gibson, thank you, Marcus. Yeah, I mean, I personally, I love that. I love it when that happened. I'm like, get out of here, dude.
Listen, I just sat there like, what are they going to do next? This is just.
Why would they send Tyrese, who clearly is, that's how I knew it was meant to be this way. Because Tyrese, let's face it, is the dumbest one of that group.
Well, actually, okay, so the real most ridiculous.
The character.
Okay, so the
character.
real most ridiculous thing that happened was they both got a car that there were only 4 in the world. And they only had $12 million each, and they convinced a sheik to sell that car.
Dude, that's minor. A suspension of reality.
I find that unbelievable.
Dude, you're jumping between high rises. You got a Pontiac Fiero in space.
Right.
Convincing a sheik to sell one of 4 cars ever made, that's minor. That's tiny.
That's tiny. Wouldn't sell it.
That's tiny. Suspending your sense of belief, that's tiny. All right. Yeah, I know. All right, let's take a break. Let's take our first break. We'll be right back. No. We're taking a break. Go for it.
Did you know that every experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out. Twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code. You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey. And behind every page, there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit comicshoplocator.com today.
All right, and we're back. All right, so yes, I enjoyed the space scene in Fast and Furious, the last one. All right, Preston, you got it, buddy.
So did they turn that franchise into like a joke?
But they suspended reality after a certain point. You know, it was getting so ridiculous. I think when you're all right, Lars, man, you got it, buddy.
Cool.
2 10-packs. Lars, man. 2.
It's like riding the edge.
What's that?
Whoever's on.
Yeah, it's kind of like, thank you, Sharknadoville. Yeah, that actually is probably. Hey, Lyle, what's going on? that is probably the best analogy that you can make. It's just, flying sharks. Come on. Yeah. So I think it just they were doing more and more stunts, right? And I think what brought them to that level was that one movie where they jump somewhere in Dubai or somewhere. They jump between one high-rise skyscraper to the other. At that point, you have completely suspended reality. That is not possible, right? So at that point, go for it, right? It becomes kind of like Sharknado. You can't have any movies that they made. There have been like 9, 10. I don't even remember. So to me, that was taking that direction. You might as well. You've asked us to suspend reality in so many different ways through all the other movies. So they've taken a different direction. I kind of liked it, personally. That's just me. But again, Black Adam did not work. It's kind of like Screaming Goats. I just felt like the script was just, I don't know. It was all over the place.
Well, that movie was horrible. There's like no way around it. Thor.
Oh, Thor was just
that was
it's still worth watching.
I don't think it is. I really wouldn't recommend that movie to watch. I would recommend watching The Eternals before Thor.
Really? You hated it that much?
Thor is probably one of my least favorite Marvel movies that I think I've ever seen. It was god awful.
I have to admit there was a lot wrong with it, but I still would have watched it. Even knowing what I know, I still would have watched it.
I think it might be because I really like that whole storyline with Gore the God Butcher. Like that might be one of my favorite comic book stories.
And they kind of screwed it up.
Oh, they ruined it completely. Like there was nothing good about it. I mean, Gore himself was cool. The action was cool, but it was just all poorly done.
They tried. They drifted over into too much humor. They did what Fast and Furious did, in a sense, but it didn't work for them.
And I agree. Who even is it? Kyle or JD, or are both of them there tonight?
I think they're both there. JD's pushing the buttons.
It's me now. Kyle has left the building.
Okay. I was gonna say, even like with Stormbreaker's jealousy, like I actually thought the first time that happened, I thought it was funny, and I got like a nice smile, a little chuckle out of it.
But they kept going back to it.
They kept doing it. It felt like over the next like 30 minutes, they did it maybe once every 10 minutes. It's like, Jesus, again, you guys are really beating this one down, huh?
Well, it's kind of like the goats. The goats were funny the first time, sort of. Okay, all right, haha. Okay,
it was funny the first time.
Yeah, but then it just got annoying with the screaming goats. I couldn't take it.
I think even if they did want to include it, like they were like, you know what, we're keeping these goats here. We have to do it. They kept doing it at all the wrong moments. It felt like every time they were building up tension and suspense, and they were really making the viewer like, all right, it's about to happen. Right. There's just these goats start screaming. It's like, you guys ruined it.
I agree. It broke. You were getting somewhere, and then it broke.
Yeah.
It just like. One of the more impactful scenes is when Jane Foster drops a hammer in the bathroom and she reverts back to her old self with the cancer and everything else. I felt like that was a meaningful scene that you could have taken somewhere.
Yes.
But they didn't. It just stopped at that moment and they went back to humor. It was like, I didn't get it.
I think what JD said, it had great moments. I think that's a really good phrasing to use because I felt that same way. Like the movie had great moments. Like they created something special in that scene that made the viewer look at it like, wow, it's meaningful. It's impactful going forward in a movie. And then they ruined it immediately, almost every single time, whether it was the goats or some stupid joke that just had to do with nothing. And it's like, wow.
They were great. Yeah. Undercut by humor. Exactly, Marcus. I think you put it best. They had moments, great moments in the film, but they couldn't string it all together to tell a story.
Oh no, there was no.
That was the problem. Yeah. They kind of went south on that. All right. Let's get a few more books on the board there. All right. So next up we have, so Lars may have picked up 2, so we might as well throw that out there. Dynamite 10-pack reader set 10 random Dynamite titles. Suggested retail $40 or higher, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, as a thank you to our viewers, we have the 10-pack for $5, 50 cents a copy. All right. And always, if you buy multiples, we'll mix it up. We'll try to avoid duplications. So next up, we got Thanos number 18, variant signed in silver by Donnie Cates. Number 11 of only 13 signed. Suggested retail is $69.99. And we have the one available for $50.
That Thanos run was actually pretty cool, too. I was pretty impressed by it. It was a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
Well, I love this cover, dude. You got the Hulk up there, you got Venom up there. For me, it's very visual when I'm flipping through a long box. I'm like, ooh, this is so cool. So
That is cool. Like how Venom looks on that one. I like how his like mouth is kind of just expanding out.
yeah, the bottom part of the jaw.
Yeah.
All right, so let's throw another Spidey out there for our buddy Lars Man. All right, so we have Amazing Spider-Man number 800, signed in silver by Wade Von Grawbadger. Right, and I don't think we've had this one up before. And it is number 1 of 115, so it is number 1 at the beginning of the edition. Signed in silver, suggested retail is $69.99, and we have it as a 5-star at $50. Yeah, right, JD? I know, right? I'm looking at this. Well, I'm not going to question it. All right, Lars, man, you got it, buddy. All right. And I just want to get enough books out of the way. All right, so who was it? Oh, we need a I got you, Lars, man. All right, who was it? Preston said he needs his CCA fix. All right, so here's a brand new one. I love this one. Planet Hulk number 1, signed with a Luke Cage cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99. We have one available for a Christmas price of $75. Oh, yes. And thank you for reminding me. Yes, we actually have 3 giveaways tonight. And I will get to those right after this one. But I love this one. Actually, I personally requested this from Mr. Joe Del Beato and Mariano. One of my favorite characters growing up, that's for sure. You got that right, Preston. All right, so the giveaways of the night. All right, here we go. All right, and should we do, JD, what do you think? Hashtag LoveEXP. Let's do hashtag LoveEXP. What do you think?
How about hashtag EXPXmas?
Okay, I like that one too. All right, so it's going to be hashtag EXPXmas, all lowercase. Oh, brother, no, you don't need to buy from me, bro. If you want it, though, I'll send it to you, my friend. I appreciate that, Lars, man. That is so generous of you, brother. All right, so I'm going to get to the 3 giveaways.
Sweet.
I am going to put you down for that one, though, Lars, man. Let me know if you change your mind, brother. All right, so Lars, man. All right, so here we go. All right, so the first giveaway is going to be Barbarella number 5, premium metal cover.
Ooh, metal.
MNT homage. Oh, thanks, Lars, man. You're the best, buddy. By Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $100, and it is the first giveaway item of the night. Jay Burns. What's going on, buddy?
That's pretty funny.
All right, then the second giveaway is going to be Panther number 2, FOC Virgin incentive cover 1 in 7 by Elena Pianta and Ivan Nunes. Suggested retail of $50, and that is our second giveaway item. And then the final giveaway is Incredible Hulks number 611, signed in silver by Greg Pack. Suggested retail of $69.99, and that is our third giveaway item. All right, and you only need to enter hashtag EXPXmas lowercase, all lowercase, one time, and you will be eligible for the drawing for all 3 items at the end of the show. And we will do all 3 at the same time at the end of best offers. And Lars, man, I'm going to throw something in there. That is so nice. It is so unnecessary. I appreciate actually all the gifts that myself and the rest of the crew here have gotten from our viewers. That is so unnecessary. I got to tell you, doing these shows is the best part of my day, best part of my week. I love doing it. Obviously, unscripted, and I just talk about whatever I want to talk about. And when John's here and whatever Alec wants to talk about, or Robbie, whoever's on, and we just go off. I mean, and Nick comes in. Nick likes to try to keep us on track, but you can see he'll go off on a tangent as well as we started talking about Fast and the Furious and Ludacris and in space and all that. But that's the fun of it, and the community itself. So I'm going to throw in something for you, Lars, man. I don't know what yet, but it'll be something special for you, brother. All right. So those are the 3 giveaways. Make sure that you just throw in hashtag EXPXmas, and you will automatically be entered to for all 3 drawings. Lyle, oh yeah.
I was going to say on the off chance that John shows up one day.
Yeah, John may show up. I don't know. He's waiting for his wife to come home with a COVID test. So she probably is out with her friends having a good time and said, John can stay at home. Lyle Hobson, Kenneth, he is right. You forgot the X in Xmas. Although, Lyle, I don't know if you want to help Kenneth Bird. He's got the lucky hand there, my friend. The rest of the viewers may hate you. You know, he may not be the only viewer who saw it. The rest of the viewers like, I'm not going to tell Kenneth because he wins too much.
Don't let him know.
So, oh, yeah, Jay, listen, something's going around, buddy.
Ooh.
Oh, man, CJ, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. You broke your ribs. That sucks. Yeah, me too. So if it makes you feel any better, Jay, I've got something going on nasally. See, box of tissues. I got the trash can right next to me here under the microphone. Amy's been hacking up a lung. My guys in operations have been sniffling and nasally and coughing, and something's going around, dude. Kids left and right are sick everywhere. So it's just that time of year, I guess.
It is.
So Mariano came in, wanted me to wear a mask, which I probably should have done because he's the only one that's walking around this building not sick. But we'll see tomorrow. And weird. So it sounds like everybody's sick, dude. That sucks. I guess it is just that time of year. JD, my left eye fell out and is talking in a weird eldritch language. So I guess we've all got something going on. So yeah, nah, Jay, you know what? I feel okay. It's just a little runny, nasally kind of thing. But other than that, I feel okay. So, you know, why not come to work? I got nothing better to do. I'm an empty nester. Preston, yeah, that probably, I can't do that. I got to physically be with the books. But a good chunk of our staff is kind of remote. So really, there was only a handful of people I could have gotten sick. And who knows, maybe they made me sick. I don't know. But yeah, I was feeling a little oogly last night. And then today I woke up and it was full-blown congestion. Yeah, don't make CJ laugh, guys.
That is the worst, though. I'd say out of everything, either a sore throat or just congestion. That is just
Well, actually, I think broken ribs takes the cake with CJ design.
Yeah, for that.
Yeah, but if this is the worst it gets this winter, I'll be all right with it. I'm okay with it. You know, it's just surprisingly, I was very healthy during most of the pandemic. Of course, I didn't go anywhere. Didn't see anybody. I don't know if that was the pandemic or just I was just too lazy to get up out the door. I had weird. My midichlorian count seems down today. You need to meditate to get the force to get the force active again. Holy crap, Lyle! Are you serious? Minus 55? Is that Fahrenheit? That's crazy, dude.
I saw something my friend posted because he's originally from, I think it's Montana. He said they're about to be getting some seriously negative degrees.
That's just crazy. Negative 55. Lars, man, to answer your question, Mariano is actually a DE employee. But you know, when he does the show, he does it as a favor to me, as a favor to the experience, and of course, John as well. So that he does of his own volition and on his own free time, and we appreciate it. We just, you know, it was an idea that we had. I think both John and I said, you know, it'd be really cool if you if you came on and did some work on the air. I think that the viewers would love to see it. So, yes, Jay Burns, he does do a lot of research and development. He does a lot with our Kickstarters and stuff like that. And obviously, when needed, he will jump in and do sketch cards for us, cover sketches, whatever the case may be. But yeah, Mariano's got a full plate usually from beginning to night. And he starts just like I do in the morning. So when he's willing to do the shows with it, it's pretty cool. Yeah, cool. I mean, Lyle, where are you, bro? Holy crap. Northwest Territories working. Jesus. Negative 41. I can't even imagine how cold that is.
It's pretty brutal.
That's brutal, dude. I'm whining about 40 degrees out here. And that's plus 40 degrees Fahrenheit.
Right.
Negative. Dude, I wouldn't get out of bed. And that's crazy. I can't even imagine it. Oh, Lyle, man. Stay warm, buddy. Stay safe, bro. That's crazy. I mean, that's the kind of thing where people can die if you're caught out, exposure. I mean, last year there was a whole bunch of them. Like college students getting drunk, whatever. John Spilios, nobody's going to love you after that statement, buddy. It was 65 today. Oh, my gosh.
I believe it.
Danilo says he framed the Spider-Woman art cover. Oh, awesome, buddy. That's awesome. Wow, you still have a turntable? Techniques. My turntable, my whole stereo set was Techniques. Where Rupenstein, after negative 20, you don't feel it anymore. Yeah, where Rupenstein, after negative 20, you don't feel anything anymore because you're probably dead. Just think about it. Weird. Just think about it this way. You're cold and you're 81 degrees warmer than he is. I don't like to think about such things. It weird. It makes me sad. Man, but definitely, dude, stay warm, man. That's crazy. That is just
try to.
Yeah, that's not funny at all. That's like bone killing chill. All right, let's get to another book. We've got Dark Knight's Metal #1, Midnight Variant, signed in gold by Scott Schneider. It is number 4 of only 27 signed in gold, single digits. And let's see, we have the one available for $89.99. Let's see. I think so. Actually, I'll have to check on that one, but this is available as well. And then, you know what? Lars, man, you still there? Oh, you're flying. Yeah, thank God, Lyle. That's crazy, dude. Okay, Lars, man, let me see. I got to find out on the pricing. My notes are screwed up there, Lars, man. You know what, Lars, man? Because it's you, I'm going to jot your offer down. We're going to turn this into best offer. All right, so Lars Man is currently in the lead at 20. All right, so we're going to turn that into a best offer. Let's see. Wow, 2 truck batteries on the job completely freeze. I hadn't even thought of that. That's right.
Oh.
At those temperatures, you could have a brand new battery sitting in your car and it might not turn over.
No, thank you.
That's nuts, dude. That's nuts. So you don't have to answer this, Lyle. I'm just curious now that you've told us. Do you work in the oil industry, or are you offshore on a rig or something? I just it's got to be something like that. I have no idea, man. That's crazy. Wow, Danilo is really into it. So you've got the whole thing. Mine I threw out years ago. I don't even know what happened to it, but it was a complete technique set. It was not my turntable was not direct drive. It was what do they call it? It was belt driven. I remember turntables had direct drive and belt driven drives, but I don't remember the terminology for it. Yeah, weird, right? Almost. But he said he was in Northwest Territories. Do they fish in the Northwest? I thought that was only in the up the eastern seaboard. I might be wrong though. But man, Oh yeah, okay. Arctic Circle oil industry. All right. Wow, dude. That is a tough job. And the only reason I know that is I have watched like those reality shows about it because I ain't doing it, bro. 10 more months of retirement. Congratulations, Lyle. Stay warm, brother. Oh my God. Oh, okay. I did not know that. And weird. I watch the show religiously. But man, Lyle, you dude, definitely stay safe out there, bro. I didn't realize you were in the Arctic Circle. Wow, that's crazy. But I kind of figured because I had a friend who also did something similar, and he was always in these like really, really harsh kind of environments. And he used to tell me stories. I'd be like, nope. He goes, I make great money. I'm like, nope. I know he made great money, didn't have to work an entire year, but some of the conditions he had to deal with, I was like, no, sir. I'm a wuss. I'm not doing that. That's crazy, man. That is absolutely nuts. But yeah, thank you, Lyle. Guys like you, man. You know, you pull up the gas station. What are you going to put in your gas tank without guys like Lyle out there? But yeah, that's crazy. And I'm not complaining. If you find a green crystal up there, throw it and move in. Oh man. But yeah, I'm not complaining. You know, it's gotten cold this week. It's going to be cold the next during the Christmas weekend. It's going to be like in the 20s for us. But you know, as I was complaining about it last week, I realized, my God, it's almost Christmas.
I know.
And you know, it's kind of weird. Yeah, Jay Burns, you're absolutely right. Thank you, Lyle. You helped the world go around. That's for damn sure. But all right, so let's see. All right, you know what? We got to go to our next break, so we're going to do that, and we'll be back in a couple minutes.
Why was Princess Zelda sad after watching a bunch of YouTube videos? She couldn't find the link in the description. We'll stop if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's super easy. Click subscribe and click the bell when you do. And thanks for supporting the EXP.
This is The Experience.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey there, hi there, ho there. You're as welcome as can be.
Hi, I'm Nancy McCann. Welcome to Friday Night Live on The Experience.
Welcome everybody to Fat Jack's Comic Crib. Brendan, Al, Jason, hanging out.
There I am. Welcome back to Kicking It with Henry, folks. I am your host, Henry Kumpa. It's great to be here with you guys.
So we are going to talk about books that are in stores this week.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mishmash.
Hello, and welcome to the Black Comics Universe, presented by Peep Game Comics.
And you gotta love it that the first people in the minute to skim it are creators.
Up, everybody! Welcome to another Wednesday Warriors. My name is Joey Galvez, and this is my pal Ambrosia.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to Space Cadet.
Hey!
What's up?
Welcome, everyone, for another episode of I Must Ask You a Question.
Hi, everybody! Welcome to Nerd News Now.
Hey, this is Rex. Welcome to Comic Collectables.
Hey, hello, all you happy people. Welcome to the Dan Wickline Show.
Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is the crazy show that we do on Thursdays called What's in the Box? What's in the Box?
Comic culture and sales.
Who would win, Batman or Superman? It's the age-old debate, except it's so much more complicated than that. Nerd Killer Warfare every week on The Experience is your chance to debate other nerds in the questions we've all been asking for years, except we take those debates and turn them up to 11. Go to bit.ly/EXP casting or scan the QR code to be part of the show.
All right, and we're back. All right, Danilo. Yeah, I'd love to see that. I wish I still had my set. Lyle Hobson, great job, but I'd rather be home sipping whiskey by the fire with the wife. I can imagine that. And Preston, now you feel guilty. Yeah, but take another sip of that whiskey. You won't be feeling too guilty. And Steve B in the house, buddy. Thanks for coming in, bud.
I wish I was sipping some whiskey right now.
Yeah, right. Seriously. You can if you want, by the way. Just letting you know. All right, so
You might have to start doing that then.
all right, so we're gonna get to the last Spider-Man book of the night. Amazing Spider-Man #1, first printing, gold signature series, dual signed by Humberto Ramos and Edgar Delgado. And it is #3 of only 9 signed.
Man, I just saw at the shop. I was there last night. They had this just sitting on a pile, and I was like, man, that's such a good book to have. It's so underrated.
Yeah, I agree with you. And we have the one available, #3 of 9, signed in gold for $150. It is a very rare book to be able to find these 2 signatures on, and it's a rare book. Period.
That's first appearance.
Less than 30 seconds for exposed skin to freeze at 55 below. Holy crap, Lyle.
That's terrible.
That's unreal. That to me is just unreal. All right, Preston, you want a Rex cap? You got it, buddy. Here we go. All right, so we started off with the Dynamite 10-pack reader set. 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher, so $40 suggested retail or higher. And as always, we have it for $5.50 a comic as a thank you to all of our viewers. Then we did Thanos #18 variant signed in silver by Donny Cates. It is #11 of 13 signed. And suggested retail of $69.99, and we have the one available for $50. Then Dark Knight's Metal #1 Midnight variant signed in gold by Scott Schneider. Suggested retail of $89.99. We did a quick flip, and this is now a best offer book with Lars Mann in the lead at $20. Then we did Amazing Spider-Man #1, first printing gold signature series, dual signed by Humberto Ramos and Edgar Delgado. It is #3 of only 9 signed in gold, and we have the one available for $150. Then we did Mr. and Mrs. X #1, signed by Terry and Rachel Dodson. Suggested retail $49.99. We had it as a best offer book starting at $19.63. But you know what? I'm going to do a quick executive decision, and we're going to turn this into a best offer starting at $10 now. All right. You cannot lose at 10. Dual signed by the Dodsons. All right, then we did Dark Knight's Death Metal, Justice League #53, signed in silver by Liam Sharp. Suggested retail of $69.99. It is #14 of only 53 signed in silver. And it is a best offer item starting at $19.60. And word on the street is, all right, Lars, man, you got it. Word on the street is Liam is moving to the UK, so his signature is going to be very difficult to get. All right, Lars Man started us off. Thank you, buddy. All right, so that is $19.60. All right, then we did the Star Wars Mystery Mega Pack #1. It includes a 9.8 signed book and then an exclusive variant cover. Suggested retail of $209.97, and it is a best offer item starting at $125. All right, and then Lyle says, we did a test up here with a store-bought chicken. Left it outside with a thermometer. It was frozen solid in 26 minutes. Wow, dude. That's crazy. I can't even imagine.
That's wild.
Yeah, thank you, Neil. Oh, yeah. That's an interesting question, Lars, man. Here's what's interesting. Lars, man, you have to ask the question in 2 parts. Unopened and opened. How did I discover that? You'll appreciate this story, Alec. Tailgating at a playoff game for the Eagles years ago. Okay, it snowed the morning of, or the night before the morning of, was so cold, and we put the beers in the cooler without any ice. Obviously, left the cooler outside. Yeah, I can imagine that if they're unopened. And I opened one, standing out there with my gloves on, whatever, drinking and talking to people. Before I got halfway through, it had frozen. The rest of the beer had frozen. It was a beer slushy. It was unbelievable. Yeah, I guess beer cans could not take that heat.
That happened with my friend.
Well, worse than that, you can't get it out of the opening in the hole in the can. That was the worst part about it. If you had a bottle, forget about it. You were done. So that was a lesson learned.
My buddy went to the Bills Patriots last year, the playoff game, and he sent me a video of his beer. It froze while he was standing there.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I would not want to be there at all.
So at that point, we were just shotgunning all the beers to avoid the freezing problem, right? I mean, you can't have that. Oh man, too funny. But
thank you, Neil.
Yeah, he is the omnibus man.
Dude, I just added I don't know if you can see them that well, some more Power Rangers. I need one more book officially for the Mighty Morphin. But it's kind of weird. I ordered Go-Go Power Rangers, and apparently Boom Studios, who makes the other Power Rangers, obviously, they ship Go-Go Power Rangers without the wrapper on it. It comes unwrapped, and mine came damaged from the place I ordered it. And I hit them up. I said, I don't know if I got this. You sent me a used one or something, but you sent it. It was opened and it has damage on it. And they're like, oh yeah, that's how we got them from the distributor. That's how they come. And I was like, oh, okay. So it's damaged. And they're like, yeah, that's how we got them. It's like, so I just kept it.
So Stevie B, because 7-Eleven doesn't have a liquor license, that's why. Wait a minute. Certain ones do, like in Florida and stuff. That's a good question, Stevie B.
Florida's got their own rules.
Yeah, right. All right, so you segue into it, so we'll do this book next. Power Rangers #1, signed and with cover sketch by Ken Hazer.
So cool.
Suggested retail of $89.99. This is probably going to be one of the cheapest CCAs we ever had. It is. We have the one available, blockbuster Christmas price of $29.99.
Preston, it wasn't Amazon. I don't buy hardcovers from Amazon anymore. I've had so many bad experiences. I'm like 0 for 3 or 0 for 4. And then every time I call and complain, it's like, hey, I got this book. It showed up with 0 packaging protection or anything, and it's damaged. Like, oh yeah, just send it back and we'll send you a new one. You're going to send it the same exact way as the last one. You know what I mean? It's a hardcover book. It's heavy. It needs protection. And they're like, well, that's how we ship them. The first time I ever ordered, it was actually
wow. Lars, man, are you playing Santa Claus today, bro?
No, I don't want it. No. You don't have to do that, Lars, man. Thank you, though. I appreciate that, but you don't have to do that.
That are you sure?
Absolutely.
Because he may be insulted you didn't take his gift.
No, I seriously appreciate it, but this is for somebody else. I don't need anything. I really do appreciate it.
That Lars man's doing his best Santa Claus impression right now. Lars man, way too generous, buddy. You are the man. All right, so let's see. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So Lyle's got all the info. If you have any questions, oh man, that's so generous. That is. He wants you to have it.
A lot. That does mean a lot.
He wants you to have it, brother. So
Thank
I'm
you.
putting it down here.
Thank you, Lars.
I'm just the messenger. All right. So if you have any questions for Lyle, what happens in sub-zero, ridiculously cold temperatures? Now is the time to ask. That is an interesting question or answer that he gave. So whiskey doesn't freeze because the alcohol content's too high. So it becomes syrupy. That's amazing. I did not know that. So Preston at Lyle Hobson, so you're saying I'm safe. Yes, you are. You might need pancakes to drink your whiskey, but yes, you are safe. It won't freeze. Wow, I can't even imagine that, dude. Going outside when it's like that. I can't even.
No.
You know, I mean, there are days when it gets here, like when it gets into the teens. I don't want to go outside, dude.
No.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy. All right, so
cool, Conan.
Let's do another CCA. This one's really cool. Connecting covers. All right, it's X-Men Schism number 1, blank variant edition, connecting cover set with Cyclops versus Wolverine sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $169.99. We're doing it for both books for $63.19 for the pair.
That's awesome.
All right, and I you know, obviously I love Hazer, and this is one of his older works because he signed in really thin. I'm going to say 2011, 2012. So Lars Man goes, I would be afraid. All right, Lars Man, you got it, buddy. So Lars Man's like, I would be afraid to step out of a deer stand for a leak where Lyle Hobson is. Lars Man, it would probably freeze. You'd be frozen to the ground at that point. That's crazy. It's so cold there. All right. Jay Burns has an actual serious question. He says, AR, do you find the using shorts for comic reviews better than doing a full video, or is it just a preference? That's a good question.
I really like doing YouTube shorts. I think they're a lot of fun. I find I'm going to be, as crazy as it sounds, I feel like I put in a lot of time for the long videos, and I really do. I enjoy making them and I really like them, but I don't find them as fun, mainly because I don't know. It feels like, even for the reviews, like the top 10 list, I don't have all the books that I would always like because they're expensive. Maybe my shop doesn't get them in time. And then it's not that I feel limited on what I can do, but it also comes down to my knowledge on how to edit. I do everything myself, and I don't know how to do a lot of things. And the videos aren't exactly how I would kind of like them to be. But the YouTube shorts, I don't know. There's something about doing them that just it's a lot more fun. And by the time I'm done making, I'm like, wow, that's cool. I like this. What I do want to do is, this is something I'm trying to get more into with the new year, is I would like to put out more content like that, but on a longer form where I can just do a breakdown of the entire thing. I've done a couple videos in the past, but I think within the last month, I put out 2 of them that were like 3 to 5 minutes long. I ended up taking them down mainly because I wasn't really satisfied with how they came out. I thought they were just okay. Or after, I made it, I watched it again. I made it live, I watched it again. And then even after that, I went back to it maybe a week later and rewatched it. I found that it just wasn't broken down as well as it should have, or I just didn't make it as good as it could have been. So I ended up pulling them both. So I'm just trying to work on how I think it's the best route. And that's kind of how I would like to put the channel going forward, is doing more videos like that. But the shorts, they're just kind of getting the groundwork going and just kind of jump starting everything for me. But I'm happy I started doing them, right? Because it's just so much more fun to make. They take more time than you would think, but they're a lot of fun.
Because you have a time limit. You want to get all the information out, but within a short format. It's a little bit different. So JD, I got a comment with what JD just said. The versatility and speed of Ken Hazer makes me think he has a basement full of chained up artists. Now, I understand why you would think that, but JD, were you producing the show when Ken Hazer was here, or maybe it was Jay? I don't remember. But when I saw him do it, go ahead, JD.
That was Jay. No, I was.
Okay. When I saw him do it, I realized that that's just Ken Hazer. Without a reference point, whatever. We just threw something out at him. Draw this. And he's like, okay. And he just did it. There was no reference point, nothing. And he was fast. I mean, he was super fast. It's like when he told us that during that show, he said that when he does those 4 connecting covers, takes him about 5 hours. I thought it took him days. He says it takes him about 4 or 5 hours. Yeah, I'm telling you, Jay, it was right. It just, get just right out of his head. He starts drawing. It's amazing to me because I don't have that talent. So it's crazy. So Jay Burns says he's in the same boat with editing, self-taught and learn as I go. Like I said earlier, really dug the Deadpool shorts. There you go. Okay. So
Yeah, I think that's why I keep doing them, because for the most part, when I'm done with them, I think they come out good, and I'm like, I'm proud of that. Just the top 10 lists and the what was it, like the previews. I'm not, every time I upload it, even, I mean, I've been doing it for years, but I'm not fully satisfied with the way they come out, mainly because I don't have good editing skills. I really don't. Like, I'll be the first one to tell you. I'm very just average, below average. I don't know what I'm doing for the most part. I'm still using the cheapest app possible on my iPad. And I just wish I was more knowledgeable to put out a better product. So that's probably why I'm always kind of hesitant to put out more content, just because I know personally my editing skills they're not good. And I don't want to put out something bad for everybody.
Well, the good news is probably as technology continues to develop, that they're going to have better apps for editing.
The thing is it's so overwhelming, because I don't know what half the stuff is. I could watch a video, but as soon as, like, even if you watch a video on how to do something, maybe you have a question, you can't ask anybody. You can look it up on Google, but you might get just a general answer. So it's like I said, it's an overwhelming thing.
Gotcha. All right. So, all right. Oh, you know what? I lied. We do have one more Spider-Man book. It's a CCA. All right. So here we go. So let's throw this one out there. Symbiote Spider-Man, Alien Reality #1. Oh, that's awesome. Signed with Spidey, cover sketch by Ken Hazer in silver. So we've had this on before, but this one is a different perspective by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have the one available for $62.19 for the year that Spider-Man first appeared in Amazing Fantasy. All right. So, Lyle, life is a learning experience. Welcome to the experience. You got that right, brother.
That it is.
So we've learned what happens in negative 55-degree temps. We've learned all about spam. And somebody said, what temperature does spam freeze? Spam is indestructible. Spam does not freeze. Let's see. Oh, kudos to you, Alec. Preston says, can't say I've seen any problems with AR's top 10 and other videos. I think you do as good a job, even with limited skills.
Well, I appreciate all of that. Someone else said it, that I'm hard on. Jay Burns said too hard on himself. You do good. I appreciate that. I know I am. Every time I literally put something out, I'm like, it's just not good enough. There's times where I've done shorts. Hell, last week, I think I made a total of pushing 10. I think I did 8 or 9, and I only actually uploaded, I think 3 or I uploaded, I think 4, and I actually deleted the other ones. And I was like, you know what? Script isn't good. I don't think it's good. And I've actually finished the whole thing, watched it multiple times, and I said, no, I'm just going to delete it, call it a day.
So, Lyle, you're hurting me, man. Do you spam in that fashion? Neil, probably. Okay. The only two things that are going to be edible that are left, and edible, I use loosely that term, after nuclear holocaust, is probably spam and Twinkies and cockroaches. So there you go. Oh man. But I am excited to try out Jeff Wedding's gift to me, figgy pudding. I really got to try this. Is it sweet? Is it salty? What is it? Is it pudding? What is it? God, I love spam. It's a mystery. Kind of like the mystery pack of the night. All right. So, you know what? Let's throw a Dynamite book up there. All right. So we've got Vampirella Fairy Tales, one-shot incentive virgin cover, 1-in-10 ratio by Sebastian Perez. Suggested retail of $50, and we have one available for $15. Let's see. As we all learned from Zombieland, they do actually have an expiration date. No, it's not an expiration date. It is a suggestion. That's all it is. Okay. We suggest that you eat it prior to this date, but you should be all right. That's right. Thank you, Preston. That's what I was saying. We suggest you eat it by this date, but it'll probably be okay if you don't. All right, Lars, man, I got you, buddy.
That was a really good movie, Zombieland. That's an underrated. I even say it's underrated. I think everyone talks really highly of it. Now, I haven't seen the second one though. At least I think there's a second one
like that. That kind of lie under the radar, so to speak, and then turn out to be a lot better and a limited amount of releases and marketing. So JD says the second one was a disappointment. So there you go.
I tend to do that with a lot of movies where if the first one is like an absolute classic, like, I'm not saying like Zombieland's on Dumb and Dumber level, but they came out with the next Dumb and Dumber all those years later. Same with Zoolander. I didn't want to watch it. I don't want to ruin it for myself, I knew it was probably going to be stupid.
I'll say this about Zombieland.
Okay.
By the way, I thought this show was going to fly a lot quicker. We had so many things at great prices. It's like Dragon. I'm kidding.
Well, cut some prices. But tell us about
Here's what I'll say. Like, how great Horrible Bosses 1 was, the original, and then the second one, you're like, did you guys not even see the movie you made the first time?
I didn't even know they had a second one.
A lot.
Huh?
I didn't even know they had a second one.
It's terrible. It's god awful. It is god awful. It's like they didn't even see their own movie. The first movie had so much structure, so much story. You got the feeling not only of the main three characters, but you also got all the secondary characters, the quote unquote villains in it. You got to know a lot of each of them.
Well, it's the same cast too.
Well, the same, yeah. The second movie, it's like you guys didn't even watch your own first movie. I mean, they even had Jonathan Banks, who was probably the only good thing in the second movie. So, and even that, the script was so bad. But Zombieland 2, I will say this, Double Tap was actually not bad. Not as good as the first, but worth watching. That's where I'll go there.
I feel like I have to watch that one at least.
No, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It may not be as good as the first, but they actually do a few clever things, and they actually move the story forward. Horrible Bosses 2 was just like
Horrible Bosses.
It was just so freaking bad.
That's a shame.
It is.
Because that's a good cast. That's a really good cast.
Oh, Nick does exist. Yes, I do exist, Preston. So everybody remember Friday, we are going to have a little bit of fun. Did we do the 3 giveaways? Everybody enter for the giveaway? That's
yeah, we covered the giveaways, but we can revisit it in case anybody joined late.
All right. Horrible Bosses.
All right, so our 3 giveaways of the night. First one is Barbarella number 5, premium metal cover, TMNT homage by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $100, and it is our first giveaway item of the night. Then we had Panther number 2, FOC Virgin Incentive cover, 1-in-7 ratio by Elena Pianta and Ivan Nunes. Suggested retail of $50, and that is our second giveaway item. And then our last giveaway item is Incredible Hulks number 611, signed in silver by Greg Pack. Suggested retail of $69.99. That is our third giveaway item. And our hashtag EXPXmas, all lowercase, into the chat, and you'll be eligible for the drawing on all 3 giveaways. And to remind everybody, we do have 3 George Perez worn Christmas shirts from Carol Flynn Perez. And the majority of the proceeds will be going to Carol Flynn to help out, with after the unfortunate passing of George Perez. They are $675 each, $675 each. So if you have the funds, it'd be great. Great collectible, and it would definitely go to help a good cause and help out George Perez's widow. With any financial burdens she may be experiencing at the moment, Carol Flynn, and she has stitched her own label into each shirt. Just so you know, and it will come with a certificate of authenticity from Artist Choice and Spencer Beck, who acted as George Perez's agent for many, many years. So if you can, that'd be awesome. All right. So here we go. Let's see. Let's throw CGC out there, and then we got to go to our last and final break. All right. We have Venom number 35, Legacy number 200, variant cover, and it is CGC graded guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have the one available for $69.99 there. So JD, I want a Panther, Nick. Can I have a Panther? Probably, Preston. Yeah, right. Lars, man. Yeah, probably. But I from what I know, Spencer does not have any garage sales ever. Excuse me, guys. I had to blow my own horn there. Yeah, Neil, it is pretty good. I hope you're doing well as well, my friend. I hope you're feeling all right. All right, so that is available tonight as well. And then when we get back, we'll do a quick Rex cap, and then let's talk about New Comic Book Day. Like to hear, what Alec liked or didn't like this week. Lyle or Polar Bear. That only applies to you, my friend. Only applies to you. Only place the rest of us have seen a polar bear is at the zoo, my friend. But I guess you could see a live one for real. Hey, Kenneth, what's going on, buddy? All right, so we're going to take our last and final break. Stay with us. We'll be back in a couple minutes.
Go follow the experience on TikTok at @the_EXP1 or scan the QR code on the screen. Our TikTok is like everywhere else we are, except you only have to deal with us for a minute. Seems like a win-win to me.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. Did you know that across America there are over 2, maybe even 3 live stream producers who can't even afford Mountain Dew? Take Brian here. Brian has gone 2 weeks without a sip of Red Bull. If it goes on much longer, he may take a shower and get a real job. Situations like this are as tragic as they are preventable. Join The Experience on YouTube and gain access to special emojis and members-only streams. For less than a cup of coffee, you can keep socially awkward hermit people working from their parents' basements where they belong. Scan the QR code on the screen to join. You'll be glad you did.
And we're back. All right, so let's do a Rex cap real quick, and then we'll talk to We'll talk to Alec about New Comic Book Day. All right, so first up, we had Dynamite 10-pack reader set. Cover price $3.99 or higher, so suggested retail of $40 or higher. And as always, 50 cents a copy. We have the 10-pack for $5. Then we did Thanos number 18, variant signed in silver by Donny Cates. Suggested retail is $69.99, and we have number 11 of only 13 signed in silver, and we have one available, 5-star at $50. Then Dark Knight's Metal number 1, Midnight variant signed in gold by Scott Schneider. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is now a best offer item. And Larsman, our buddy Larsman, is in the lead at $20. Then we did Amazing Spider-Man #1, first printing, gold signature series, dual sign by Humberto Ramos and Edgar Delgado. Suggested retail of $169.20. And we have it for $150. It is number 3 of only 9 signed in gold. Then we did Mr. and Mrs. X #1, signed by Terry and Rachel Dotson. It is a best offer book. And Larsman, suggested retail $49.99, and Larsman is in the lead at $10. Then we had Dark Knight's Death Metal, Justice League #53, signed in silver by Liam Sharp. Suggested retail of $69.99. It is number 14 of only 53 signed in silver, and it is a best offer book starting at $19.60. It is still open. Then we did Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality #1, signed with Spidey cover sketch by Ken Hazer. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have the one available. It is a cover sketch in silver paint pen. It is available for $62.19. Then we have the Star Wars Mystery Mega Pack. Includes one CGC 9.8, one Star Wars sign book, and a Star Wars exclusive cover, a variant cover. A suggested retail of $209.97, and it is a best offer mega pack starting at $125. Then we did Venom #35, Legacy #200, variant cover, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have the one available for $69.99. All right, there you go. All right, so Alec, what new comic book day? What did you like? What didn't you like? Let us know.
Well, I saw Preston ask about Dead Seas. I wasn't expecting to pick that one up because my shop usually doesn't have IDW books, and they had it, so I definitely was going to grab it, and it was really good. It's like a Ghostbusters out at sea, kind of. Just a little bit about it. So it's like the Day of the Dead happens, and all the ghosts come back to Earth, but they don't. None of them leave. They're all still on Earth. But then it's like the Ghostbusters. They leave this ectoplasm behind, and our main character, he's an inmate, and he accepts this little tour where he goes onto a ship out in the middle of the ocean, and he basically just collects this ectoplasm because the country uses it to help with like medical advances, stuff like that. But the ghosts get out, and it was really cool. I was really just like, wow, this is surprisingly extremely good.
So Lyle has a question as well.
Where's that one? A comic called I Saw. I don't. Oh, that one. Let me see if it pops up real quick. I Saw Rip-A-Verse. I've actually never heard of this. I Saw campaign from Rip-A-Verse. After the stream, I'll have to check that one out a little bit more in depth. I don't want to, just read that right now. But other than that, I mean, as always, something is killing the children. Whew, that series, it just stays good. Junkyard Joe. I forget where I put it on my list. Another really good issue. Probably one of the slowest ones of the series so far. But man, that story they're telling, it's incredible. And I hope I don't hurt any feelings on this one, but I gotta talk about this book. Oops. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I hate this book. I really do. I think it's so bad. I mean, the artwork is good. The artwork is very good. Matt Kinn did a great job. But this story is so stupid. It's like, I read this issue. I don't know if it's just me, but I felt confused. It's almost as if I don't know what's really going on at this point. I don't know. I don't know. It's just, I just don't think it's good at all. The story's all over the place. They haven't developed anything up until like the 8th, maybe even the 9th issue, where they really just started getting the ball rolling. But it's it's like they've been waiting to unlock the mystery behind this dude, but at the same time they have all of this equipment prepared for when they do unlock it. It's like, how do you know? How do you know all this stuff if you didn't know anything? You didn't know his origin, you didn't know this, you didn't know that. But now all of a sudden, like, you finally unlocked the mystery behind him, but you've got all this machinery prepared to just capture and transfer his powers. It's like the biggest letdown of a comic book that I've read all year. It's
all right. Well, Preston's sticking with it to finish it.
There's only one left. That's how I felt.
Well, there you go. So you've gotten that far. Tom Bishop, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining us.
Because it's like I started on the series and I think I made it to like the third or fourth issue, and I was like, wow, it's really cool. They keep like the action is great. It's very gruesome. It's brutal. It's it's Keanu Reeves just being a badass. Like, it's very cool. Right. But nothing was developed at all. It kind of felt all over the place. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh yeah, we have this plot to do because we've only got a couple issues left. I don't know. I kept looking for more. What number? It's on 11. 11 came out today and there's only one left. I think if you're interested in reading it, I would just read it all at once, like truly sit down, read 12 issues in one sitting, because you can blow through an issue super quick, like really quick. So it might be better, but reading it month to month or every other month whenever it comes out, absolutely not.
Marcus, next item, Berserk signed.
Well,
thank God I didn't put that one on. Actually, I think I have one.
Well, the thing with this series that I know really bothered a lot of people, they had in the very beginning like that 1 in 1,000 or something that was signed by Keanu Reeves.
Yes.
And what ended up happening is Boom Studios, I guess out of nowhere, they all of a sudden said, oh yeah, these books are returnable. You can return Berserker if you want to. And that made everybody upset, because it's like, well, now that those shops that probably ordered 1,000+ books,
right,
they'll just return it. And now they have this 1 in 1,000 that's worth an insane amount of money. And that bothered a lot of people. And you can't blame them. And speaking of that, I don't know if you heard the news about Aftershock, but that's no good.
Tell us the news.
Oh, you didn't hear about it at all?
I kind of feel like I did, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh, it's bad. They got themselves.
They owe like a boatload of money, right?
Oh yeah, they owe a ton of money. And
yes, that's where I read it. Somebody, I forget, maybe it was Bleeding Cool. I don't know who it was, but they listed all the creditors, and there's a lot of them, dude.
Yeah,
I was reading that thing.
They owe an absurd amount of money. And what happened is they came out being like, yeah, we're not getting paid, blah blah blah, all this other stuff. And then it's, yeah, I don't know if all the info came out about it just yet, but they might be in one.
Well, I know they declared bankruptcy, but they did declare Chapter 11 for reorganization. So where Rubenstein asked any Aftershock trades I should look for before they disappear.
Well, what I do know is I'm really upset that I'm probably not going to be getting Astronaut Down issue number 5. It's the final issue.
Right. CJ, I hope the creators get paid as well. I remember seeing a bunch of creators as creditors. The printers in Canada were major creditors. They owe them like a boatload of money. So, I mean, you hope for the best, because whenever something like this happens, it doesn't help anybody. And as you say, CJ, you're going to have a lot of creators like kind of holding the bag, so to speak. And that would not be a good thing, obviously. That's not something that you want to see happen. But what can you do? These things do happen, and unfortunately, a lot of people get caught in the wake of it. So I'm hoping the creators end up getting paid. I hope they can reorganize and straighten everything out, and kind of get it done again. But it's so tough in bankruptcy, and they owe a lot of money, man.
Well, the thing that throws me off is they've got a lot of really good books. They honestly do. A ton of good series. I loved Bunny Mask. I loved Volume 1 of We Live. What was I just Astronaut Down? That's another fantastic one. Like, they have very good books. So it kind of surprised me with everything that was going on, or at least everything that came out apparently. But hey, things happen.
That's a shame. That's a shame. But CJ, you're right. It does kind of trigger that conversation. And it's an interesting conversation that we've had, obviously, on this show and several others numerous times. And I do want to touch on that. But let me get through the rest of the books. All right. So we got some Dynamite books, and then we have the another graded book. All right. So here we go. So we have Vampirella Dracula Unholy #1 FOC Virgin Incentive cover by Peach Momoko.
Nice.
And we have the one available for $40. Obviously, Peach Momoko really came to the forefront during the pandemic. I love her work. It's just very unique. All right. So then we have, let's see, Vampirella Dracula Unholy #2 Virgin Incentive TMNT homage cover 1:11 ratio by our buddy Ken Hazer. Yeah, Marcus Collars. You're right. I love this cover. This cover is super cool. Then we have Vampirella Dracula Unholy #1 FOC Modern Icon 1:11 ratio by Peach Momoko. So any Peach Momoko fans out there. And we have this one available for $20. And I'm sorry, the Virgin Incentive TMNT by Ken Hazer, I never even got to the price. Suggested retail of $50, and we have it for $19.69. And this Peach Momoko FOC Modern Icon cover, we have for $20. And then finally, we have another high cover artist, Draculina #1, black and white incentive cover, 1:30 ratio by Rose Besh.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, only because you just had Peach Momoko up. I remember starting these videos with you guys on the EXP, and I was like, man, I just do not like Peach Momoko. I do not like her artwork. It's just not for me. It's definitely grown on me. I've grown to really appreciate what she does. I will admit there's still quite a few covers that aren't for me, but man, just the watercolors that she can do and just like blend it together and still have an actual painting, basically, it's incredible. Absolutely
think
incredible.
I think it's her popularity is because it's so unique.
I agree.
It's different from everything else we see. And Marcus is right. Her stuff does sell. Thomas Bishop, you can't stand Scotty Young.
I like Scotty Young. I do.
They're so cute. Come on. All right. So last book of the night, Batman Beyond the White Knight #1 CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $99.99, and we have the one available for $75. OBR, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining us, man. All right, and it looks like everybody's got the message about hashtag EXPXmas. We have 3 giveaways, which we will do back to back to back right after best offers close. All right, and you know what? Before we get to the end of the show, I'm going to do another Rex cap just for anybody that joined us a little bit late. I know OBR may have joined us a little bit late. All right, so let's do a quick Rex cap so we can cover everything. Okay, here we go. So Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $40 retail or higher, and we've got it for $5 as always. Thanos #18, variant signed in silver by Donny Cates. It's number 11 of 13 signed in silver. Suggested retail of $69.99, and we have it as a 5-star $50 book. Then we did Dark Knight's Metal #1, Midnight variant, signed in gold by Scott Schneider. Suggested retail of $89.99. It is a best offer book, and Lars Man is currently in the lead at $20. Then we did Amazing Spider-Man #1, first printing, gold signature series, dual signed by Humberto Ramos and Edgar Delgado. Suggested retail of $196.20. and it is we have the one available for $150. It is number 3 of only 9 signed in gold. Then we did Mr. and Mrs. X number 1, signed by Terry and Rachel Dotson. Suggested retail of $49.99. It is a best offer book, and Lars Mann is in the lead at $10. Then we did Dark Knight's Death Metal, Justice League number 53, signed in silver by Liam Sharp. Suggested retail of $69.99. It is a best offer book, starting at $19.60. And we've got less than 10 minutes, so it might actually go for $19.60 if somebody puts a claim for it. We have not had an offer on it yet. Let's see. Then we did Symbiote Spider-Man, Alien Reality number 1. Signed with Spidey cover sketch by Ken Hazer in silver paint pen. Suggested retail of $89.99. We have the one available for $62.19. Then we did Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 1, FOC Virgin Incentive cover by Peach Momoko. And we have the one available for $40. Then we did Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 2, Virgin Incentive TMNT, homage cover 1:11 ratio by Ken Hazer. And suggested retail of $50, and we have the one available for $19.69. Then we did Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 1, FOC Modern Icon 1:11 ratio by Peach Momoko. And we have the one available for $20. And then we had Draculina number 1, black and white incentive cover, 1:30 ratio by Rose Besh. We have one available for $25. Then we had the Star Wars Mystery Mega Pack. Suggested retail of $209.97. Includes Star Wars graded CGC 9.8, Star Wars sign book, and Star Wars exclusive variant cover. It is a best offer starting at $125. And again, we're closing in on best offers, so $125 will probably do it. Then we did Batman Beyond the White Knight number 1, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $99.99, and we have the one available for $75. Then we did Venom number 35, Legacy number 200, variant cover, CGC graded, guaranteed 9.8. Suggested retail of $89.99, and we have the one available for $69.99. All right, Preston, you got it.
That's awesome.
Preston, are you gifting it to Kenneth Bird, or just clarify for me, brother? OBR, you're killing me. You're cracking me up. All right. So just to remind everybody, we also have the George Perez worn Christmas shirts from Carol Flynn Perez. The majority of the proceeds will be going to Carol Flynn to help with whatever expenses she's had to deal with since the passing of George Perez. And we have 3 of those shirts available. Each one is $675. Again, the majority of proceeds will be going to his widow, Carol Flynn. And that, my friends, is the Rex Cap. We really need special sound effects for that.
One of those like burn, burn, burn.
Yes, exactly. JD, why are we not working on that? I need sound effects, dude. Oh, that's a start.
That's funny.
Thank you to JD for pushing the buttons as always. All right, so there
JD,
you go.
play the one that says loser.
Hey Jay, what's going on? Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Loser,
Jay, just so
loser,
you know,
loser, 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 loser.
Do not play that again until I get my Rex cap.
When you said it was going to be the one that says loser, I was hoping it was Jim Carrey, where he's just like loser.
Tom, yeah, you know what? Throw up the mystery pack, which isn't going to be a mystery anymore. All right, so
that's
the
cool.
mystery
Virgin
pack
cover.
includes. All right, The Mandalorian CGC graded 9.8, Star Wars Princess Leia signed by Greg Land in gold, and then Star Wars Vader Down Dynamic Forces exclusive cover by Olivier Copel. That is the Star Wars bundle, my friend. Let me know if you want it. At this point, it's going to go for $125 because we're so close to the end on best offers. And that is a submission form, the link to the submission form that JD just threw up. So if you purchase something and you need the submission form, there it is. So Merry Christmas, Lyle. Listen, stay safe, stay warm. Glad to hear you're flying home tomorrow to be with your family, my friend. That's just crazy, dude. Minus 55. I can't even wrap my head around that.
No.
But that is just awesome. What Preston did. I'm assuming, but clarify for me, brother, if it's supposed to go to Kenneth Bird. But you're a heck of a guy. Lyle, again, be safe, buddy. Stay warm, or try to. I don't know how you can stay warm. Negative 55. If it doesn't sell after Christmas, I'd be totally after that. Well, Thomas, let me know, buddy. All right, so let me know after Christmas if that's something you want. You are a Star Wars fan. I know that. Yeah, you know what, and I'll try to remember to put more Star Wars kits together after Christmas. I know, everybody's buying gifts and stuff for family and friends. So, okay, gotcha, Preston. I will make sure it gets sent out to our friend Kenneth Bird there. But yeah. So other than that, who was it that threw up the talk about the print comics are dead? What happened at Aftershock has really nothing to do with that, in my opinion. We work outside for 45 minutes, then come in and warm up. We do that for 12 hours. Holy crap, dude. That's crazy, isn't it? That you can only work out in the cold for 45 minutes. You got to come back in. That's nuts. Okay, CJ designed it. I don't believe, Aftershock's problems are probably, I don't know. I'm not privy to their inside, Larsman did not claim the Star Wars, Preston. Larsman, correct me if I'm wrong, brother. JD, as my backup, did Larsman? Okay, thank you. All right, I wasn't sure, Larsman. I could have easily missed it, buddy. Yeah, but you know what? It's always that chatter's going to go on and on and on and on. And to a certain degree, I got to admit that you're going to see a downturn, and that's because of the younger generation. I believe we can drag the younger generation to reading comics, but I don't know if they're going to have the same connection to physical books. So, that unfortunately, but I don't believe that as long as our generation and the generations surrounding us are still around, because obviously Alec is of a different generation than I am. But he has that love for the physical medium of the books themselves. But somewhere down the line, after Alec's generation, I don't know because these kids, they don't read newspapers. They don't read anything physical. Everything they read is coming from their phones.
Now I'll tell you what, if they make the digital ones cheaper, that's going to be the game changer.
Yeah. So
that would
I don't
be the
know.
change.
Yeah, I mean, right now we've watched the death of newspapers, magazines. Really, it's become an odd thing. Comics has actually endured better than most other print media. So, I think there's always going to be a market for it, but what that size is, I don't know. It's kind of inevitable, I guess, just kind of technology. Yeah, CJ, yeah, you're right. True. It's weird. I'm getting the comments on YouTube faster. I'm getting it on StreamYard. But yeah, CJ. I mean, I've told this story before. I don't know if you've heard it, but there was a time when one of the pets in our house pulled the plug out on the TV. I didn't realize that was the case and thought my old TV was dead, and didn't figure it out for 2 or 3 days. My daughter didn't even notice. It's that phone, your iPad, whatever, has killed regular TV, things like that. She didn't even notice the TV was dead. When I was her age, TV died, I would have lost my mind. I
Yep,
would have
me
absolutely
too.
lost my mind. My daughter did not even notice. So it's just that they are so connected to getting their information, all of it, from an iPhone or a cell phone or an iPad. I don't even know that, my friend. JD's going, I bet these folks will love some free books. I don't know. Oh, wait.
I meant these folks.
Yes. Totally missed your hint there. Let's do it, JD. God, I'm getting old. I am on some cold meds, so I'm using that as an excuse.
Which one is this going to be for?
We're going to do let's see. Let's go in order of the list. So let's do the Barbarella first. All right, and the winner is... All right, Easy Go Lucky. Hey, Easy Go Lucky. I'm not sure if you don't mind filling out a submission form just to make sure we have your info. I'm not sure if you bought something from us before, but if you haven't, we don't have the info. So, with your real name, your ship to address, all that good stuff. All right, so next up, we're going to do the Panther number 2, FOC Virgin cover. Give JD a second there.
Hold on one second. It seems like we might need everybody to re-enter.
Really?
After each drawing. Have you done this like this before? Because it doesn't.
Yeah,
look like
yeah.
it's coming
Kyle
up.
did it. Kyle did it on Monday using the same hashtag.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I might need everyone to re-enter right now because I screwed something up.
Too.
Yeah. Not next time. This time because I screwed something up.
Okay. Sorry, everyone. All right. Can we enter hashtag EXP Xmas lowercase? All right. Danilo. Danilo, throw it up again if you would. Hashtag EXP Xmas.
All right. We're getting close. Yeah. I got almost everybody.
Cool.
Do you have Danilo in there?
I can't see who. I can just see the total number.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, there's Hugh.
Hey, Hugh, what's going on, buddy?
Hugh G coming in right at the end.
All right. All right, Danilo's in. I see him. Okay, cool. All right, here we go. Tom Bishop, congratulations, buddy.
No, Mr. Easy. There's 3 giveaways tonight. So you're good.
No, you won yours, Easy. We have 3 giveaways tonight, buddy.
Preston.
Oh, Preston. Boom, boom. All right. So last one. Incredible Hulk's number 611, signed in silver by Greg Pak.
Hey, and while this is going, I just want to say thank you again to Lars, man. You still don't have to do that
Lars,
at all,
man.
but I really do
Really,
appreciate that.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, it's...
Sheldon, congratulations, buddy. All right. So that is the giveaways. And I want to say, I know we're a little bit over. I want to say thank you to everybody for joining us tonight. But thank you for supporting us through this last couple of years. Really appreciate it. This is obviously last show before Christmas. I want to say I hope everybody has a safe and great holiday. I hope you're surrounded by your friends and family. And thank you again to all our viewers out there. This is a great community. This is the best part of my day, best part of my job. I want to thank Alec and Robbie as well for being there with us and hanging out and helping us do the show. You guys play a critical role. And yes, Creative Keep. So coming up on Friday at 7 p.m. and some great pieces that Nick teased at the beginning of the show. At 7 p.m. Eastern, please join Nick on the experience. And also remember, Robbie and I will be on his channel, PCP, Pop Culture Philosophers, at noontime on Friday, talking about whatever is going on. And and what do we got coming up, JD?
I think Wednesday Warrior. I think it's at 9, unless there's something before.
Actually, starting right now, probably if you refresh as soon as we quit, you will see Pop Goes the Writers with Dan and Jim Beard. And then after that, we got Wednesday Warriors, and tonight, Late Night Shopping, 10 p.m. Eastern, with Kicking It with Henri.
Cool.
All right, cool. So we're already over the time, so they're going to want to start their next show. So thanks again, everybody. Happy holidays. Be safe. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. And just so Alec knows, because we're closed Monday, Wednesday, Robbie's going to join us as well. So we're going to have a free-for-all. All right. So thank you, JD. Happy holidays to you as well. And thank you for pushing the buttons all year. We appreciate it, buddy. And listen, we love you guys. Thank you so much again. All right.
Did you know that every Experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out. Twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.